Hi everyone, happy Friday. We were just about to press the button to go live when YouTube was like, oh, sign into YouTube. So we had to go through all that palaver again. But I left my beautiful assistant to take care of that while I tackle some gunk on my scissors. Hi Suze, how's your kitty after the trip to the groomers? The little kitties always and puppies always look so awesome whenever they come back from the groomers. One of the dogs that I walk, Hugo, he is a Springer Spaniel and he has quite long hair. And I brought him out for a walk on Tuesday, I think it was, Monday or Tuesday. And he's had a nice haircut for summer. And he looks so young and handsome. He's such a cutie. Ooh, Janita says there's no sound. So Janita, I was muted at the start. So it depends on how long it takes to get to you. We're going to check into it. I think Craig's plugged in with my headphones. Can you hear me on your side, Craig? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Could you hear me through the headphones? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so it's probably just making its way to you. Haha, there we go. I just had you on mute for a little while I was tapping my password into the keyboard. He looks gorgeous. Ah, yeah. Especially for the summer, you want them to be nice and cool. Hi, Carrie. Hi. How are you? Happy Friday. I just really want to get these guys cleaned off before I start into my crafting, get into my flow. And so last week, or it might have even been the week before, I don't even know, I was sharing with you guys that I had bought a big roll of sticky foam tape. I said that I bought one on eBay, one that came from China, and I didn't like it. And then I bought one from a place called Tapes to Go or something like that. And it arrived, and I kind of had the same issue as the China one, that anytime you cut it, it leaves an absolutely ridiculous sticky mess on your scissors. So last week I was like, I hate them. I'm going to get the 3M one. But I've changed my mind. And let me tell you why. It gets quite warm in my craft room. And when I'm using foam on my cards, especially for shakers, I find if the card's in my craft room for a little while, all my sequins start sticking to the foam. And I didn't really pay much attention to this. Let me see if I can get an example. I didn't pay that much attention to it because I kind of like the way that it looks at times. But I realize now it's because the foam tape, the adhesive, it kind of loses some of its sticky, or it tries to pull up, and then I obviously push it down again, make sure it's nice and stuck as much as I can. Every time I pick it up, I'm like, oh, stick it down there. But it's because the foam keeps pulling off. That's what I figured out. But for these guys, they are so sticky. I promise you, it's so sticky it sticks to your finger. But as soon as I put that down, it is not going anywhere. I mean, do not drop it in the wrong spot because you're not, I don't get that same with the sequins and stuff sticking all around the outside. So far, so good. So that's cool. Who else have we got? Janita. Hi, Janita. Janita, I got some Happy Meal from you today. I'm going to show it with everyone in a little bit. And Stacey's here. Well, I'm shaking the table, sorry. Stacey's here. Hey, Stacey girl. And Carol. Hey, paper and stuff. Hello, my love. I'm just cleaning my scissors. I'm going to go grab, there's a little bit of sticky residue here. Can you see? I'm going to go grab my Stays On remover. Or Stays On cleaner, should I call it? And give that an extra wipe down. These little things here, these antiseptic wipes, they're great for cleaning your acrylic blocks as well. And your Misty tool. Although I think the Misty, they have their own branded type of thing as well. Am I shaking it again? Right, I'm nearly done, nearly done. Shiny, shiny. Shiny, shiny. Yes. Okay, cool. Goodbye, Craig. Thank you. Kim's here. Hey, Kim. Kim was busy. You need to remind me, Kim. You said that you were busy colouring things for a design team submission or application. Is that correct? Did I remember that correctly? Or was it some project? So I'm really happy that you were able to join us. Just going to try to get tidied up a little bit here. And guess what? I managed to craft this week. Can you believe it? Yeah, so let me share with you some bits and pieces, some Happy Mail. I'm going to leave this scrap of paper here because I think whenever it is focusing on the mat with nothing else, the colour goes a little bit weird. So I'll leave that there for just now. And in case you didn't see on Instagram or over on my Hungry Heffy Crafts blog, we're going to be making this card today, which you may not have realised from the picture, but there's sand, coloured sand in behind the word summer. So we're going to be doing that today. And a big apologies to everyone on the other side of the world, like Australia and stuff, where they're probably not in a very summery mood. But we are just about ready to get into the summery mood here. Piper breaks up for school on Tuesday. And today they had like a party, and there was like a bouncy castle and ice cream. Oh my gosh, the queue for the ice cream was like right the way around the school. It was nuts. But hey, let me show you some things that I got in the post this week. And the things that I happen to make before we get cracking on the project for tonight. Let me check in. Karen McCarthy, hey there. I hope some of you guys are going to be crafting along with me, or are you just relaxing? Nice little glass of wine and checking in. Gabby's here a few minutes late. That's okay, my girl. You can pop in and out as you please. And we haven't really got going yet, to be honest. And Carrie's voting. What are you voting for? Tell us what you're voting for. Right, so look. I got this, isn't it so fun? Cray. Last week, Ian, which is the off-kilter crafter Ian, he popped in on his way home. He was on the train, he very kindly popped in, bless him. And he sent me this so cute, I think it's hilarious. I think this is a Tim Holtz one. I just think it's so funny. Love it. Cray. So sweet. Thank you so much, Ian, for that. And I also got one in the post today from someone who is on the stream. This is from Janita, all the way from the Netherlands. And she said on one of my previous shows that she was using a stamp set from a stamp manufacturer in a Dutch brand. It says a Dutch brand. And the Dutch brand is called Craft Emotions. And I'd never heard of them. But how beautiful are these flowers? And the way that you've coloured them, Janita, is just absolutely beautiful. Piper was inspecting it. Of course, I was very jealous because I don't have any Zig Clean Colour Real Brush markers, and it's totally on my wish list. But it's quite a big expense because, you know, you guys know that I want them all. Yeah, I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I love the hugs that you've put there. And I also really love the fact that you've used a blue card. I don't know why, but I mostly go to white card base, but on this one I didn't. I chose pink, so we must have been on the same wavelength this week. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to check out the stamps that they do, Craft Emotions. And also, you guys might not be able to see this, Janita has clear embossed one of the images in here, and it's really subtle. It's really, really subtle. I don't even know whether you guys are going to be able to pick that up, but it's beautiful, and it's got a nice shiny glossy feel to it. Oh, and Harid is here. Hiya, hello, hello. I'm just sharing some projects that are some things that came in the post. This is what we're making tonight. I got this from Janita, and I had this fun card from Ian of Kilter Crafter. And I got one other thing in the post this week. I got a parcel from one of my viewers, one of the ladies who frequently joins us on our shows. And she sent me a parcel this week, and bless her, she put in the parcel a little envelope for Piper. And Piper got to open it this morning before school. Hey Bunny Dubby, happy Heffy Friday. I love that. I love it. So this comes from Ellen, and I used this as bribery. Oh, go and get quickly, go get your clothes on. Go and go and get your toothbrush. Quick. Then you can open this. But look at this. I think I told you guys a little while ago that Piper is a complete and utter bibliophile. She loves her books. And how can you see the shine on it? Ooh, it even looks shinier, I think, on the camera. It's like glitter, and it's gorgeous. It's so sweet, this cute little mermaid and the books, and it says I love books. So I had to actually, she wanted to bring it to bed tonight and put it in her book, but I had to sneak it out. I had to sneak it out so that I could show you guys, because I thought it was just so sweet. So very pleased with everything that arrived this week. But I also have got 2 cards that I made. So you may have seen this one on Instagram, and I also put it up on the Heffy Doodle blog today. And I was just playing, to be honest, this week. I actually took some time to do some crafting, and I made this kind of, it was actually much quicker than you might think. It's got a piece of acetate on below here, which brings this bottom edge to the bottom, and then a scallop border, and then some of these little border dies, and the cute little elephant. I realized that I hadn't actually made a card with the elephant and the mirror that comes in the Elephant of Surprise stamp set. So I wanted to make a card that would kind of feature it. And I chose, what's it called? The Sequin Mixes from Honeybee Stamps. Let me go grab it so I can figure out what it's called, because I think it's so pretty. Aha. Fairy Wings from Honeybee Stamps. And I was totally inspired by the people on the blog hop, the Heffy Doodle blog hop that we had, was started last Saturday. And the comments for the giveaway are closed now, and we've picked a winner. It's not been announced yet. It'll be announced tomorrow. And I had to go through every single blog and read every comment to make sure that the winner, had commented on all of the blogs, and there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments. So I found someone. You should always comment on all the blogs. I had to go through 2 or 3 people before I found someone who had actually done all of the blogs. But yeah, I was inspired by, who was it? I think it was Jessica Frost Ballast, had the little elephant with kind of like a circle effect. Oh no, it was Nicole Picadura, I think. And then with the rainbow down here was, of course, Laura Baston, and her cards are just awesome. I love it. So that was my card from earlier in the week. And I've also got one to share with you guys, which technically I probably shouldn't share yet because it is a project for an upcoming collaboration. But you guys won't tell anyone, right? So this is a card that is a collaboration between Studio Katya and Chibitronics. Yes, Chibitronics. So can you see? It's hard to see. This is for a friend who is turning 45 in the summer. So the idea is, oh, if I can find the bit, is that it lights up the 4 and a 5 to make it 45. And it's got some gorgeous sequins. It's hard to see the true colour. That's a bit better, I think, even though it's a bit blurry. But they're so pretty. Bunny says she commented on them all. Yay! I am glad. Right, let me tidy up. I can hear the rain is pouring outside. It's been such a mix of weather recently. But we're going to make a nice little happy crocodile. And I realized about 20 minutes ago that the background was actually die cut and sent to me. So I hope I've got an extra one in my little stash. I do have an extra one. Oh, and I have an extra one. Great. Because I thought that this is like a textured watercolour paper, which went better with my watercolour croc. But yeah, I've got one. That's all good. Panic over. No panic, please. Thank you very much, everyone. Everyone's saying that they love the card. So that project will be up and announced and whatever else in a few weeks. We're just trying to figure out the dates for the collaboration. Let me get my bits and pieces sorted. What has everybody else been up to this week? I would like to know what you kids have been doing. Have you been crafting? Have you been out sunning yourselves? Or making snowmen? Wherever you may be in the world. I'm going to pull out a couple of scraps of cardstock. Not just cardstock, what do you call it? Watercolour cardstock. And I've got a little porcelain whale palette, mixing palette thing. I cannot find my words today. Let's get myself organized. Ooh, Susan's working on a Disney mini book. Ooh. Did you go to Disney? I guess so. Or I assume that you went to Disney and you're not doing it for somebody else. That is fun. I want to go back to Disney. I've not been to Disney in America. I've only been to Paris. We went when Piper was just finishing nursery. And it was amazing, actually. We were there for like I think maybe 4 or 5 days. But it was just fabulous. We couldn't have had a better time, even if we'd planned it any other way. Like, it was just amazing. It was like a heat wave, all sorts of fun things. Right, so I need some watercolor cardstock. Let me have a look at everybody. Carrie says, I crafted for the first time in a couple of months because of my wedding. Yay! Congratulations. Sometimes you get so, you're just so busy that you can't. It's like you guilt yourself. You convince yourself that you can't afford to do the crafting, time-wise. I mean, I've been like that. especially been working full time, and then any time that I'm not working for the man, I'm trying, I'm trying to make progress with Heffy Doodle things. But congratulations. Congratulations. I hope then that means that you will get the bug back, as it were. So I'm going to grab my stamps. And back to my Life is Good stamp set. I just love it. Maybe it's the summery feel that's making me feel a bit in the mood for that. And I need some crocodiles. Oh, so I had some questions for you guys. And I'm trying to figure out what my questions were now. I'll think about it. Right. Let's get stamping. Oh, I remember what some of my questions were. Oh, Bunny. Bunny says that you can't do Disney ever because you're terrified of people in costumes. My friend's little girl is pretty much the same. Like she's like, no way. Like I think it feels a bit uncanny for her that she's not a fan of that at all. Move these comments over to the side. There we go, that's better. I can see what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm sorry, because Disney is, I say Disney's amazing, but then if that just terrifies you, then it's probably going to be like hell on earth for you. The answer is 42. Oh, you're funny. Hitchhikers, right? That might be the answer. No. My question is, so Teresa says, I'm just watching the end of this. Can I watch in its entirety? Yes, but we've only just started. I haven't even started stamping yet. So you can, once we're finished, it will, like you can go back and start from the start. I think you can probably do that now, but then you'll miss all my banter. Why would you want to do that? I keep getting distracted. Let's stamp this guy. All right, yes, I remember now. So I have been trying to make a card early in the week and then put a little graphic on it that says, come craft with me, blah, 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 and put it up on Instagram and things. So what I want to know is, do you guys like that? Does that influence whether you come or not? Or like, do you care if that is there? Would you still come anyway? Because the thing is, you can just leave if it's not your thing. So I'm trying to figure out whether you guys like me to be organized and show you a little peek in advance, or whether it doesn't make any difference. That's what I would like to know. Answers on a postcard, please. Not really. Awesome. I'll finish watching now and go back and catch the beginning later. Fabulous. That sounds like a plan. So I need a crocodile, and so the crocodile is from Heffy Doodle. Happy Snappy Crocs. Kim says the crocs are her favorite. I know why, because the croc reminds you of your doggy, your super cute doggy, who is called either Alfie or Archie. I want to say Alfie. And he's a sweetheart. I love that you created the swimsuit on this croc. Do you know, Bunny, I was actually maybe going to do a bikini on this one just to mix it up. It reminds us to watch, says Kim. I forget what day of the week it is. Been there. I don't forget because I'm like, yay, I get to craft with everyone tonight. Bunny likes a teaser. Okay, cool. Seems like the word on the street is that we enjoy having a little peeky, which is great. I like having a peek, but I'll watch anyway. You're my Friday date night. No, we love that. Oh, I should totally let you guys know that there will not be a come craft with me next week. I'm so sorry. I'm standing you up for next week. Please forgive me. We are heading up to Scotland for a wedding. And we will have arrived in Bonnie, Scotland by that stage, I reckon, and be checked into our hotel. And I did say to Craig, oh, well, I could just bring the camera and do one from there. But I realised that we're going to be in a hotel room and Piper's in the same room, so she'll be sleeping next to me. Or at least I hope she will be, because it'll be a long day the following day. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. We might be able to do like a Facebook Live or something, or do it off my phone, but very likely it'll not happen, in all honesty. But I wanted to let you guys know, and I'll put something up on social media. I watch whenever I can. I have my Lesley alarm set. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. Gabby says, I don't have any social media except for YouTube, but when you post ahead of time the videos that you'll be doing live on YouTube, I plan to remember to watch it. Cool. So I I create an event, and then it's there on YouTube, and you can go on and click that you want to attend it, I think. So cool. So shall I do a bikini or shall I do a swimsuit again? You decide. I'm sorry, Bunny, I'm sorry. You ask us if we like a teaser and then you say no show next week. You are a fiend. Oh dear. Hey, Ali. You're saying, I'm new. What website do you get this from? Okay, so let me give you a rundown. I'm making this card today. So my name's Lesley, and I'm from Hungry Heffy Crafts, and this is the Hungry Heffy YouTube channel. And I'm making this card tonight on my live show, and I'm using 2 manufacturers at least. So I've got Life is Good, which is from a company called Fawn, and it has the palm tree and the shell, and the dies here, and that is also from Fawn, and the clouds as well. And the crocodiles are from a new stamp company called Heffy Doodle, and this is actually a company that I have launched, and we are currently on Kickstarter, which means, let me get my mouse and do the thing, which means Kickstarter is a way to like crowdfund new companies or new ideas. So we had a goal of reaching £400. Here we go, a goal of reaching £400 so that we could cover the minimum spend for us to start manufacturing. And we are delighted to say that we reached that within half an hour, within like 24 minutes, I think. And we are now on 12 grand. Can you believe it? It's nuts. But you can have a look through here. This is the only place that you'll see like the whole range. We've got the Elephant of Surprise, and you'll see the range, but also give you the prices and the different options. So what happens? This is Unbearable Without You, Happy Snappy Crocs, which is what we're using tonight. We've got this little guy here, Adorable Lions, and then one which is a sentiment set, which is called Interactively Yours. And if I scrolly woolly, these are your options that you can pledge the money, and in return you get like a stamp set or 2 stamp sets depending on which one that you go for, and all the options are over here, so you can do that. So that's where you can see more and learn more about Heffy Doodle. You can also go to heffydoodle.com. Any questions, just shout though, because I will be more than delighted to answer them. So Teresa's, oh no, wait, so bikini, bikini, bikini. Okay, teeny weeny, itsy weeny, yellow polka dot bikini. Is that where we're after? Good luck with our sleeping in the hotel room. We recently did this with our young grandsons, and although they enjoyed us, they didn't sleep quite the same. Yeah. I think the last time this happened, Craig and I went into the bathroom, and we just sat on the floor and watched like Netflix on the laptop with headset in, and give her like 20 minutes to fall off to sleep, and then once she's asleep, she's gone. She's done. You can show us photos of crafty wedding things like the cake. Yeah, that would be awesome. I'll do some Instagram photos for sure. Right. How are we going to do this? So she needs a hole for her leg to go into. So I'm using a Faber-Castell. I never know whether it's Faber-Castell or Faber-Castell. I don't know. Pitt Artist Pen in black. You can use Copic multi-liners as well. Anything that is going to be waterproof. So this one says Indian Ink Wasserfest waterproof. And I've got a really thin nib, so I'm just going to keep going over it until it's kind of the same thickness as my stump. No. He just looks like he's got like strange onesie going on. I also bought a new stamp set. Ooh, which one? Right, okay, so bikini. I don't want it to be sleazy. Right, but she needs a, maybe she should do like a halter necky thing. I don't think it'll make much difference. Okay. Please don't turn out sleazy. Sleazy croc. Oh my gosh, it is absolutely raining it down outside. Come on, croc, cover yourself up. No wonder I'm not familiar with Heffy Doodle. Please do check it out. Woohoo! Also, she will need, will she need a belly button? I assume so. I mean, that's how crocs baby crocs are attached to their mama croc, right? I don't really know much. Okay, this may just turn out horrible. And Bunny, whenever you make your own, I want to see it as well. I feel like I want to give her like a little boobie. Okay, we're working on this. Panicking. This is much more difficult than the swimsuit. I'm having to overthink it. Probably because I don't really do bikinis. Okay. I'm gonna go for it. Holding my breath, can you tell? Yeah, I think I need to learn more about bikinis first of all. It's one from Fawn, I believe. Oh, the Baked with Love. Oh, I like that one. I do not have it. It's the one with all the like the mixer and everything like that. Bunny says they come from eggs. I know. I know, girl. Okay, so let's see. And we want a waistband along here. So have any of you guys done this before? Added clothes or accessories or added bits onto your image to make them look a bit different? Or was it just me? So I got that far on my first edition and I was like, yeah, I love it. And then it was like, would it go up her tail or not? And I couldn't quite figure it out. So then I just made it a little bit curvy and went with it. Give her a bit of a booty. Oops. Oh, I'm not as in love with that one. That line's a bit weird. The croc looks sweet and I'm loving the bikini. Wow. We'll see. I definitely think that the polka dots make it. I think that they are super fun. So let's add some of them on there randomly. I was actually, because it's been so warm here, I was actually looking for a bikini just to wear around the house, to be honest, because it gets so hot and sweaty in my craft room. And I have been looking and looking and looking, because apparently anyone who wants a bikini must have a bikini that is neon. Is this only in the UK that this happens? Or maybe it's only me that is attuned to it. I'm not a big neon fan, certainly not in clothes. And it's like everywhere I look, beautiful, like really sweet designs, really sweet really sweet designs, really sweet like styles. Neon. Oh, it's Faber-Castell, not Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell? Like fab. It's fab. Hey Snow, how you doing, girl? So I think I messed up the butt a little bit, but we don't care. We'll be fine. And I'm going to be using Ecoline liquid watercolours. Put it back over there. Watching but being quiet. No worries. We're glad to have you. Make it a frilly edge bikini. Oh, that's a good idea. I may end up with very little croc left if I make it a frilly edge. Maybe like a, what do you call it? Like a scalloped edge? Or just like a wavy edge? Oh, choices, choices. Oh, I'll just do like a wavy edge. Ooh, I'm so fancy. That's what she's saying. You're so beautiful. Holding my breath again. I don't draw, says Teresa. Or Teresa. Oh, I like to know people's names, how to say them properly. Grab some water. Never wear neon. She drew the stamps. I did draw the stamps. Yay! Okay. So, I'm going to colour Croc in first. And I'm going to be using Ecoline watercolours. And it would be actually probably better for me to use like a teat pipette or a dropper, whatever you call them these days. In my day at school, they were called a teat pipette. And I love the way you can get like really vibrant colours with these liquid watercolours. Now the butt is okay. Nice, thank you, babe. Okie dokie. These are also great for like brush lettering, if that's your thing. Oops, I wasn't live. Now I'm live. So hey, I think it's Faber-Castell. Oh well, I don't know. Ali says don't forget to add. Well, Ali, Bunny says, I'm going to try and zoom you guys in. Bunny says that they come from eggs, so technically a belly button wouldn't be correct, but it's okay to have a croc in a bikini, but it would be wrong to have a croc in a belly button. I'm just teasing. Okay, I'm going to try to zoom you in. If you don't like it, let me know. Nope, I'm fully zoomed in. Never mind. Right, we need a tiny bit of blue because the blue goes a long way. I'm going to go a tiny bit more to darken up. Oh, I love that. When you said fancy, the Azalea, you're so fancy. Is that Iggy Azalea? Come on then, little crocky docky. Oh, I've started here and I wanted to actually add a belly button. I'll do it at the end. Oh, it's so pretty. It's just so lovely to paint with these. So I put these on my wish list. They were definitely on my list of things that I wanted to try out. There is someone, an artist, an illustrator actually, on YouTube, and her name is, her YouTube name is Fawn Nerd. Fawn Nerd. And if I remember, I'll put a link to her in the doodad below. And she is an illustrator, and I think, you know, she's a massive inspiration for me because I would watch her videos and then I'd be really inspired to draw. And that's kind of how I went through a phase of watching loads of YouTube illustrators, and then I was drawing more. And then when I was drawing more, Craig was like, you gotta make these into stamps. I don't like you, you're a stamper. You draw. Make them into stamps, woman. I'm like, yeah, okay. So yeah, you should check her out. And she uses, sometimes, not all the time, these liquid watercolors, these Ecoline ones. And I saw them and I wanted them, and I put them on my wish list for Christmas, and our friends Mark and Haley bought them for me. I got such good presents for my Christmas this year because I stacked my Amazon wish list with lots of crafty things. So that was fun. My birthday's coming up next month, so I'm looking forward to that too. I need to actually stock some things up on there. Artistic license. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what we're talking about. So she is completely covered now, so I'm going to add a little bit more blue to here to darken it up a little bit. Oh, beautiful. Have you ever seen those videos on, normally on Instagram, they come up on my feed. They probably come up on my feed because I watch them. And it's like a splodge of like pink paint and white paint and blue paint and like a silver paint. And then it's just a craft, like a palette knife. And then they mix it together. Oh, that's so, it's the kind of thing that I could just sit and watch that forever. That's the kind of thing that pops up on my feed and then I fall into Instagram because that sends tingles down me. I love that, watching the paint mix. I know it sounds weird. But I'm fine with weird. No, beautiful, beautiful. Je vois de plus en plus cette peinture, ça va remplacer les copics. Yeah, so I'm not using copics today. I mean, nothing will ever truly replace my copics. I love my copics. But I wanted to mix things up this week. Janita used Ecoline in school. Oh, nice. I'm going to use a finer one for this. And these here I think are a cheap eBay purchase. They're actually for doing nail art. My nails are disgusting. They're for doing nail art, but they do the trick well. I mean, I'm not a proper artist, whatever you want to call it. I'm just playing, so if it paints fine, it paints fine. I actually think it might be a little bit too juicy. Let's pick some of that up. And I'll mix this with a little water because it's just a little bit, well, it's a little bit too neon for me today. Craig is wise. He is so wise. But he's also not that gracious. So, you know, he's one of these people. Wait a minute. Is he watching? Is he he's also like a really sore loser and a really, really, really ungracious winner. But I love him. And he's a keeper. And I wouldn't change him for the world. But yes, he's all like, I told you so. Yes, you did. And I'm very happy that he did so. Okay. We're getting there. What colour is my frill going to be? I want to say either the blue or the yellow, perhaps, maybe. You are an artist. Oh, thank you, honey. I guess I am in a way. But, you know, I don't know. I am an artist. My friend Elizabeth that I told you about, who went to Rhodes to do running, and she, there's like this online thing called the Fat Girl's Guide to Running or something like that. And they have this thing where they say, don't say you're gonna, like, if you're going out, say you're going out for a run. Even if you walk it or jog it, you say you're going out for a run, because the biggest challenge is really that mental mind block. You say that, oh, I'm not a runner, and you convince yourself that you're not a runner. But in fact, if you go out and you run for 20 seconds, you ran. You're a runner. And in a way, I'm one of the first people to go, you made a card. You may have made it with other people's, like, things that other people drew, but you put the design together. You're an artist, you're a designer type of thing. So yeah, I am an artist. But then I also think, but not like a real artist. I think I know what I mean. Just adding a little bit of colour to my shell. I don't want it to be too overwhelming in colour. Oh, Tally's here. Hey girl. And Mia. Oh, I want my stamp so much. Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm so glad that you guys are looking forward to getting the stamps. That makes me very happy. I'm going to cheat a little here, because instead of mixing fresh paint, I'm just going to use what's on my palette, because it's still good. Let's blend that out a little. Awesome. So did we figure out what colour we want the frill to be? Maybe we leave it white so it matches the polka dots. Suzanne's here as well. She's missed the last 2 live shows. Good to have you back, girl. And Laurie's here. Yay! Some new people have joined, so I'm just going to repeat what I said a few minutes ago, which I'm really sorry. But there will be no live show next week because I'm going to a wedding. And I will be in a hotel room with Piper in the same room, so I don't think we're going to be able to manage a live stream. I will of course have some crafty supplies with me, because I mean everyone needs an emergency craft kit, right? I'm sure everybody does. Everyone has one of those, right? Just me. And so I'll have some craft supplies, or at least my sketchbook. Maybe sketch the next range. If you've got any ideas for what you want to see in the next range of Heffy Doodle stamps, then you should send me an email over at heffydoodle.com. That would be awesome. And I might be sketching some things. We'll see. Tamara Hydriad says that she likes the word summer and the colours. Oh, yay. You design and have stamps made for other people who create art with, and you say you aren't an artist. Yeah, I suppose. It's one of those things where you convince yourself that, oh, this other person, I'm not as good as them or something. I don't know. I am an artist. Thank you, Bunny. Now, where's my other dies? My life is good dies. Haven't got around to putting these in a doodad yet onto a sheet, but I do need that, and I need that. And that's so funny, it looks like a moustache. This is where my brain goes when I'm stamping, or I see a stamp, or die for that matter. I'm like, I could do this, I could do that. I like to be different. Have you figured that out yet? I was so excited to learn about your company. There's enough room and love. I know. Do you know, I love this industry so much. Everyone is so nice and helpful and kind, and that's just so lovely. Like, everyone I talk to, oh yeah. I'm saying yeah because I cleaned these at the start of the show. And they cut so much nicer now. Some people I talk to, like accountants and whatever, they're like, well, who's your competitors? And I'm like, oh, well, there's people I aspire to be like. Lawn Fawn, Mama Elephant, you know. But I don't know. I suppose they are my competitors. But I'm not much of a competitive person anyway. You know, at the school sports days, I was always the kid that stood at the finish line with the headmaster to help without the stopwatch. I was not the runner. That's not my job, really. I'm not a big sports person. I have been known to be. It has been known that people have called me Phoebe from Friends when they watch me run, and if you remember that far back and remember what Phoebe looks like when she ran, it's not a pretty sight. So yeah, I'm fine with that though. It's just not my thing. I draw stamps and play with them. I prefer this green croc to your original colour. Yeah, much brighter. Oh yeah, it's like costume change. Woohoo! It's like this one is before, and then this one's when they've got a tan. That doesn't quite work. I'm not quite sure whether a croc would tan a darker green. Just getting carried away again. But yeah, I agree. There's enough room in the industry, and there, you know, I'm the biggest person. Wow, I shouldn't make bold claims like that, but I am a huge advocate of like cross promotion. I mean, for goodness sake, I'm doing a live stream with my product mixed with other products, because I think that everyone should be thinking like that you should have a look at what you've got and try to come up with ways to have new ideas, because you will find so many things in your stash that you didn't even realize could work together. So many times I've gone, I really need I really need a happy anniversary stamp. Actually, happy anniversary was one of the stamps, and I was like, I don't have a happy anniversary stamp. I really need one. I bought a stamp set purposefully to get a happy anniversary message. And then about 3 weeks later, I was like, oh yeah, here's a happy anniversary stamp. Oh, yep, here's another one. Thank you, Tamara. She says that she loves the card. Stampira says, I always travel with images to colour and watercolours. Yeah, watercolours I think is one of the things that I like to carry with me too, because it's easy and it's compact, so that's good. It's very similar to aquarelle, yeah. That's what I love in the crafting world, that you all work together. Yeah, me too. I think that's so funny. Before and after children. Before children, hi, ha ha ha. Yeah, cute. Love my little crocky grocky. Put you away so I don't lose you. And I can move over to the next thing on the list. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. So you guys are going to have to come up with some idea for what you're going to do next week. I should set you all homework. That's what I should do. I'm reading your comments now. If we don't mix, it would all be the same. Yeah, that's true. Have you thought of your next set of stamps? Yes and no. I mean, I think that Craig and I were trying to figure this out. We've asked a couple of retailers, although there's not been a real answer yet. But we were trying to figure out if we did another release, and let's say it hit the shops about let's say it hit the shops October, November. Is that too late for Christmas? Because I don't want to be spending my time doing like Christmas themed stamps and then it's going to be too late for Christmas. And some retailers that we spoke to were like, well, some companies have got stuff out now and then some companies won't have them out until closer to September, October time, which is awesome of them to give us an answer, but it didn't actually answer our question. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that it might actually be a little too late. But I also want inspiration from you guys, because you guys will know that there's certain things that you go through your stash and you're like, oh, we don't have a die, whatever, or stamp, sorry, whatever that is. You know, you may go, oh, I really want such and such. Somebody commented, it was Elizabeth Lucy, she said that she wanted wolves. Yeah. So that was an idea. And somebody else suggested geese. Was it geese they said? Which I thought might be fun. Snow says November, most people come out Valentine's. Yes, so the secret is I already have a stamp set sketched out that is the beginning of a Valentine's set. So I think that will be in the next release anyway. I bought Christmas stamps in December. My cards don't start till then. Yeah. Carrie says, I'm curious about that process too. I'm not sure. Do you mean about making the stamps? Sometimes I miss your comments. Ah, rubbish. Come back, comments. I don't know why this... It loses my comments every now and again. Come back, everyone. I'm not sure whether I've lost you or just lost the comments. There we go. Oh, there she is. Hi, Elizabeth, my dear. I'm sorry, but do you make digital stamps or regular stamps? Regular photopolymer stamps. Digital stamps aren't really much of, well, maybe that's once again a sweeping statement. There she goes. But sometimes people, no, rewind, Lesley. What I'm trying to say is companies used to release or also have digital copies of their stamps. But a lot of companies that I'm aware of don't do that anymore. I don't know why, but that's not something that's on my list. Mostly because the fonts and things that I buy to use, because yes, you have to buy the fonts in order to use them. They say on it that you're not allowed to make it so that basically I can use it to make a final product like a stamp or a die, but I cannot take money from you guys if I'm giving you a digital format for that font. So there you go. So I will not be doing digital stamps for that reason. And also, I think, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really use digital stamps, so I don't really know if there's a massive market for it. I haven't really thought that much about it, but because I wasn't able to use the fonts that I've got. Jasmine says she started buying Christmas stamps this week. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking that it's too late. Aardvarks. Ooh, I like it. I like that. Aardvarks. Yeah. Oh, this is a super sandy beach. Look at that beautiful, vibrant. I want to go to this beach. Elizabeth Lucy, are you feeling you feeling like this should say Happy Winter? Or maybe it should say Happy Christmas on it for you guys. That would be fun. Have a beach themed card with sunshine that says Happy Christmas. I'm trying to get some of the yellow out of this, because if I dip it in my blue, it's going to turn out with a little bit of a green sea. Sloths. Oh, here we go. Are there any turtle stamps other than the small lawn fawn set? Yeah, I think I mentioned to you guys as well that I drew a turtle and a sea creature, so that might happen. But then I also think that, ooh, this has created a nice, like, frayed edge. Oh, that was fortuitous. Isn't that fun? Wavy, wavy. Ooh. I don't know whether I like that a lot or not quite. Let's finish it off and figure it out. Probably wise to begin with Valentine's in spring. Yeah, I think so. Although at the same time, I could just do more critters because they're timeless. And that's what I love to do. Aardvarks do sound fun. So the other thing is that these animals were all kind of jungly. So croc, bear, elephant. Croc, bear, elephant, and lion. Elephant was the last one I did. The crocs were the first one I did. And then I did I don't even remember. I think it was bears, then lions, and then the elephant. And I was super stuck on the elephants. I was like, I want another animal. I want another animal that is kind of in the same neck of the woods or the same part of the world and I just couldn't think of one. And didn't want to do tigers because I thought it was too close to the lions. Because you can actually take the lion stamp and kind of add some stripes on him and make him look like a tiger. And so then I was like, oh, an elephant. And then I was like, oh, so silly. Of course it's an elephant. What do you guys think of those wavies? Or I could just make it a bit more solid. Ferrets, ferrets, ferrets. Oh, here we go, here we go. Hold on, I'm missing things. Not so keen on digital. I like using the 110-pound cardstock, and I'll go through a printer. Yep, true. When you finish Kickstarter, are you going to release a set to celebrate? I had not thought of that. Probably not, because the thing is, well, it depends what your expectation is when you ask that question, because when I finish Kickstarter, I get a lump of money, and then I take that money and I give it to the manufacturer and I say, make me 1,000 stamps or whatever is the Kickstarter order, plus extra, so that I've got some extra. And also for any stores that may want to take us on board. And then those will be done and dusted and made and sent out to all our Kickstarter supporters. But if you mean, am I going to make it, like, release another one at the end of Kickstarter, then it would still take longer for that to be made and developed. So it wasn't on my list. I mean, I thought about doing like a little stamp set, but I don't know. The world is my oyster. Beavers and manatee. Oh, yeah. Ferrets. Oh, I love a ferret. Ferrets are the best. They're so cool. Make something that has Christmas accessories that can be used throughout the year. You could do Christmas, but maybe not super Christmas. Giraffes. Yep. Oh, I'm loving all this. I really hope that maybe I need to stop at the end and go through and figure this out. My son has autism, and our logo when we do a marathon for him is a turtle. Slow and steady will win the race. Oh, that's sweet. Bunny, stop ruining my thought process that tigers in India, lions are in Africa. Okay, it's hot in both those countries. Actually, they're both in the zoo. Musical instruments and animals playing them. Was trying to make a card a while back and couldn't find much. Oh, bless. Right, here, let me trim this bad boy down. So, Gabby, you said that your son has autism. How old is he? And we're going up to see Craig's family. Whenever we go to this wedding, we'll see Craig's family, and Craig's brother also has autism. And he is, I want to say 17, but it feels so wrong to say 17. Is that right? That's nuts. That is the case. These kids keep growing up. Also purchased a puppy for him to make her a therapy service dog. Oh, amazing. We got a Great Dane, and I've not found a nice stamp of a Great Dane. Interesting. So I drew a picture. If anyone follows me on Instagram, you may have seen it before. There was a picture of one of the dogs that I walked called Sparky. And in fact, it was the girls from Honeybee Stamps. I showed them a picture that I drew of Sparky, and they were like, you need to make this into a stamp. And so that is definitely a potential. And somebody was talking about a Christmassy but not too Christmassy one. There is something that I've got on the cards that I was thinking of, with like a house, maybe like houses and mouses. I know that's not grammatically correct, but my stamps can call them whatever I want. and yeah, so that's something that's kicking around as well. But the problem is there's too many ideas. I mean, it's not a problem, but it may be a problem. Ali says, I usually have digital stamps and they aren't actual stamp sets, so maybe you should consider them. Yeah. It's something, I know that I cannot use the font that I've purchased. I know that I cannot offer digital stamp set, a digital stamp set option. If I want to use that font, I'm not allowed to do that. But that doesn't mean that I won't use it or use a different one in the future, a different font. Stop feeding. Feeding who? Come on, come on, come on. I think digital stamps of the credits would be pretty popular. I was into digital before cards. Lots of people love digital. Interesting. Okie dokie. Snow, if you're still there, can you write down the name of this die? Because I don't know what it's called. Something about cloud, something. Lawn Fawn. And of course I've decided that I need to get it. Standard. I need it. I'm trying not to spend any money because I am. So what I'm trying to do is see if I can place my orders with my manufacturers before the Kickstarter money comes in. I don't know if it's going to work or not. So I'm on a spending hiatus. Our Great Dane has lots of patience and our son's anxiety has decreased since we got a puppy. Oh, that is so lovely to hear. Christmas ferrets in the tree. Ah, funny. That would be awesome. Okay, okay. Lovely, jubbly. We're not doing too badly, guys. Is this going to be like a record time card? I say that every week and then I end up blabbing and talking for the whole time. Right, let me grab my dies. Summertime. So, S, U, M, and then I need something that is like the same width as an M. Sumo. I would love a curly head dog. Oh, like a cavoodle. Oh, they're sweet. What happened to you? Oh, nothing. I gave blood yesterday. And like this is stickier than any adhesive I could possibly. I mean, it feels like they've put glossy accents on it. But I meant to take it off earlier, but it's just insane. So, yep, I give blood. Woohoo! I have O negative blood, so my blood can go to anybody. So if you ever need blood, just tap me. Yeah. So I like to give my blood away because it is a good thing to do. Summer, summer. So that's kind of where we're at. Looking for something with a straight edge, somewhat straight edge. So this one I've put upside down, and that is to make sure that I don't forget to remember. Because that has been known to happen. There we go. How do you make stamps? Because I would love to do what you're doing. So, I don't know whether my way is the only way. In fact, I'm pretty certain that it is not. Actually, because I've got two sort of insights, because what I did was I designed stamps first of all for honeybee stamps, and for those I sketched out designs. Let me see if I've got anything in here. Maybe they're not here. Hold on. I sketched some things in my sketch pad, my sketchbook. There we go. So I sketched some things and like sketched them out, scanned them all in, and sent them to the people, the honeybee stamps people, and give her was like, here's some styles, and then she looked through and picked out the ones that she kind of liked the style of. And in fact, she said, oh, this one, she said, oh, I actually really like this dog, but I would like them to all look like they're from the same litter, because I had drawn a couple of different styles of dog, and she says I want them to all kind of look like they're from the same litter. So I drew lots, and then she picked out certain ones, and then she picked out what she liked about them, and maybe it was like, okay, do one in this sort of style but mimic the ears, and then I just sent her the scanned images, and she resized them and flipped them and tweaked them and whatever, and she did her magic. And then these two staff sets was what honeybee stamps made, but they were my designs, my drawings. For me though, I wanted to have a different style. I wanted to be a bit more like a lawn fawn or a mama elephant, which was a clean solid line, rather than like a sketchy line. I mean, there's no wrong way. There's so many people like different things, but for me, that's what I wanted to go for. So I wanted mine to have a bit more of a, rather than a hand-drawn, a bit more of like a cartoony look. So I sketched them, and I sketched them in my notebook. I sketched them sort of several times. Need to remember this guy. Boop. And then I bring it into Illustrator, and I had to buy Illustrator, and I had to learn how to use Illustrator. And I am not an expert. I am very much a beginner still, so it takes time. But by the time I was doing the last stamp set, which was the elephants, it was already much quicker. So that's good. Summer. Ooh, let me scrolly up. I'm loving all the big bad lawn fawn. Oh, I know, the lawn fawn release. So I'm friends with Vanessa Middleton from Butterfly Reflections Inc., the shop, on Facebook, and she put a post on there, I think on Instagram too, about everything's ready for pre-order. So if you guys want to order the new lawn fawn release, if you go to Butterfly Reflections Inc., if you spend over $75, I think it is, you get free shipping. But if you spend over 100, there's a code that you can get 10% off. Naughty. But so many beautiful things. And those bears, those like polar bear things. Oh, I want to spend all the money. Foxes, says Kim. I love a fox. So, yep. So my other idea was, these were all, well, until Bunny... until Bunny pointed out that some animals live in India and others in Africa. These are all kind of hot country, kind of wild animals. So my other idea was to, maybe my second range should be like forest animals. And I've already sketched a couple. I've sketched a fox and a squirrel and a badger, I think. So that is also a possibility. But the challenge is it's all possibilities. Oh, I've frozen. Back now. Good. Those are yours. I almost bought those this past weekend, but I had spent my budget. So the Heffy Doodle ones are mine. These dies, like these letter ones, they're not mine. This is mine. A little crocky crock. And in case anyone is wondering, you can go on to the Kickstarter and you can make a pledge, which is basically saying, yes, I want to support this company. And you say, I'm going to pledge so much money to this company. And the money is not taken straight away. Let me move over. The money is taken on the 1st of August. That's like new budget territory right there. And yeah, so the money's taken on the 1st of August, and in return for the fact that you are giving your money, you get product in return. So essentially, you're just kind of like pre-ordering them. Now this acetate has got a cover on one side, and I can never ever get. Haha! Got it. Ta-da! No raccoon. I have to draw a raccoon. I'm so sorry, but I have to draw a raccoon. But Bunny, the problem is, how am I going to be happy with a raccoon? I'm going to draw that raccoon. Oh, my summer's gone a bit wonky. I'm going to end up drawing that raccoon about 20 times because I'll not be happy with him. But you never know. And with the Crocs, I must have drew the Crocs like 4-5 times. I mean, it took me months to do the Crocs. It was my first one, so I was just learning on Illustrator, and I was like, I want this to be better, but I don't have the skills to do it. And then by the time I was doing the elephants, I'd done the elephants in one night. I'm pretty sure Craig was like, if you do your next stamp set, you can buy Lawn Fawn. I was like, okay, I can do it. Yeah. And I sat watching Pitch Perfect on, well, I stood at the big tall table that I dragged into the living room, and I put Pitch Perfect onto the Xbox thing, Netflix. And I just drew on Illustrator, and by the time that movie was over, I had everything done. Can you believe it? I was like, I can't believe it! There's awesome. Forest animals, yay! Stacey, you say that you haven't been well. Oh my gosh, poor girl. 2 weeks to get a doctor's appointment. That seems nuts. I'm sorry. I hope it all gets itself sorted out. We love you. Go and lie down, girl. Take care of yourself. You have to take care of your health first. First and foremost, absolutely. Health. And family. I'm going to put these away because otherwise I will lose one. Oh, I meant to add some glossy accents to the back of some of these bits so they don't lift up. But never mind. Hugs for you, Stacey. Badger and a hedgehog. Yep. I hear you. I think that would be fun as well. I'm not actually going to use glossy accents. I'm going to use a teeny weeny itsy bitsy glue dot. Yeah, you'll do. Because I used glossy accents on this one and then it moved. And I'm not having that again. You ended up with characters you like now. I'm sure you'll make a great raccoon. Yeah, there has to be a raccoon. We all know it. I also had the idea of, because I was wanting to do that Sparky one, and I could like draw characters, like for example, like Sparky the dog, and then if I wanted to do like other dogs, like Jennifer Maguire's dog is called Foxy, like a foxy dog, so it'd be like Sparky and Foxy, and I kind of do a collection of dogs, but they're actually real people's dogs. That'd be funny. Love Pitch Perfect is hilarious. Is Illustrator a website? Illustrator is a program. It's called Adobe Illustrator. So if you're familiar perhaps with like Photoshop Elements, Photoshop, there's lots of different types. Anyway, it's made by the same company, Adobe, and it's called Illustrator. So it's a software program and it is expensive. So that was fun, paying out that money. Massive amount of money. Happy, 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 happy summer. Happy, 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 happy summer. Hi, Mary. Welcome. Good night, Janita. Thanks again for my card. And have fun at the wedding next week. Yay. I'm excited. So the wedding, I'm trying to remember what I used for this. Ink-wise. I can't remember. What did I use? Maybe it was Hollyhock. So the wedding is one of the girls that I went to secondary school with, and the group of girls that I went to school with, secondary school, we went to an all-girls school, and we are still super close. Like we see each other like once a year. We tend to try and make sure that we get together for a girls' weekend at least once a year. But I am just so thankful for them because they are amazing, and it's the kind of friends that, yeah, you don't see each other, but when you do, like we end up talking all night, and it's like we've never been away from each other. And I am just so thankful to have friends like that. It's the best. I'm really looking forward to it. It reminds me of being like 16 or something like that. You could do my dog Tilly the cavoodle. Yes, I could. That would be fun. I love dogs. I could possibly be at risk of just making hundreds of dog stamps. Hi Mary, thanks for joining us. So where you can get my stamps. So my stamps, we're a brand new company. We've not even started manufacturing in full yet because we are currently raising funds on Kickstarter. So let me just click here to Kickstarter, and hopefully it's going to work for me. Here we go. So on Kickstarter, this is where you'll find us. Heffy Doodle. There's a little video that will show you a bit more about the stamps, and we've also got coordinating dies. We're so new. Our first range has got 5 stamp sets, 4 sets of dies, and if you scroll down you'll see them all. We've got Elephant of Surprise, and then we have got Unbearable Without You, and this one's really fun because you can give this little guy different facial expressions. And then we have Happy Snappy Crocs, so you might recognize this little lady who has put on some of her summer finery for today's project. I just drew them on. And what's really fun is like this here, can you see the red line? It cuts along the claws, paws, whatever they are, hands, so you can tuck things inside it. And then we've got Adorable Lions and Interactively Yours. So as a new stamp company, what you're doing is you say, yes, I'm going to support you in your new business, and I'm going to give you some money. I'm going to pledge you some money. And what happens is you then get product in return for what you pledge. So essentially, it's the same thing as pre-ordering. Have a look and see what you want, essentially, and then you choose the option that works for you. You simply pledge it, and then when the Kickstarter, it's a bit like fundraising, you know, whenever the time is up for your fundraising or raising of your funds, then which is the 31st of July, it will finish. There'll be no more pledges taken through Kickstarter, and the 1st of August the money will be taken from your account and will come to us, and we get them all manufactured and sent out to you. And I can't wait. Oh, okay. Hi, Mary. I'm from Brisbane. Crafty Cafe. I'm going to write these down, Bunny Dobby, because I have another question for all of you guys. Let me write these down. Crafty Cafe. Scrap Dragon. Oz Trinket Crafts. Don Lewis. So, all of you guys, no matter where you are in the world, I would like to ask you to do something for me. Please, 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 please. I am now reaching out to retailers and asking them if they would like to stock Heffy Doodle products. Now, I've reached out to people in the UK, and I've reached out to some in America, such as Simon Says Stamp, Butterfly Reflections Inc., etc. But I want to reach out to others as well. Essentially, I'm just going to look at them all, and I'm going to just ask them, hey, this is my product. Let me know if you want to order them. Ideally, I'd like to get their orders tacked on to the end of everyone who wants Kickstarter. But I mean, if they just simply know my name, and then know the brand, and then they check us out in 6 months, that's all good too. So here's my question for you guys. I need a list of places where you buy your stamps. It can be online shops, it could be bricks and mortar store, I don't care. But I'm going to contact people and be like, hey, this is me, this is what we do. Would you be interested in stocking these supplies? So what is, oh, that's just too short. What is challenging for me at the moment is when I go to like Google and I search for craft stores, it defaults to ones that are near me. So it will show me ones in the UK. So that has been a little bit challenging, but you guys might be able to do it if you have a few minutes. Wherever you are, search for something like, I don't know, Lawn Fawn, or Mama Elephant, or other sort of stamps that are in the same sort of bracket of what I offer. Search for them and let me know what pops up for you guys. I would really like to contact some more retailers and just be like, hey, we're new, check us out. Oh, thank you very much, Elizabeth Lucy, for saying that the website is linked in the description. That's awesome. Cool beans. Ellen's here. Hey, Ellen. I shared your the bookmark that you sent. Thank you so much for the bookmark that you sent over to Piper. She is thrilled. I had to hide it from her this evening because I wanted to show everyone. And I had to hide it, but she is so thrilled. Thank you so much. It's so kind of you. So sweet. Let me write down these other ones. Hey, Shona girl. How are you, my dear? So Doodle. Well, I like them already because I've got Doodle in their name. In St. Petersburg. And Don Lewis. I should not be using my Pitt pen for this. Don Lewis is looking for new stunt companies to have a cut. Yes, yes, yes. This is what I like. I just use online. Yep, online is better for me, to be honest, I think. But I can't. When I search for it, it just shows me like nearby, like in the UK. Even if I search for like, where can I buy Mama Elephant in the US, it'll come up with like Mama Elephant store, and then it'll be like, oh, what about this UK version that Gary's? And it's because Google looks at where I live. But yeah, that would be awesome. The big brand stores like Michael's, Joann's, I don't think that's going to happen just now, and the reason is, how are we getting on? We're doing good. For the big brands like Mama Elephant and Lawn Fawn, they've got already, when they have a new release, they know they're going to be doing probably thousands, maybe millions of orders. So they're able to buy from their manufacturers the stamps and the dies at a much lower price. I'm just new. I'm not going to be able to manufacture them at that low of a price. So I won't be cheap enough, essentially, for the big brand stores. Even somewhere like Hobbycrafts in the UK, like they would want to be they would want to be buying them at like a lower rate. But hey, you can do a search in Google. Oh, use the settings and choose which country. Ooh, okay, that is something I have not yet figured out yet. So for everyone who wasn't here at the start of the show, I was saying that I got this new foam tape. This one here. So I used to have and I maybe have a small portion of it somewhere, the 3M tape. I think maybe I've used it all. And then I bought some tape off eBay, from China, and it was far too like sticky. Like you couldn't even cut it. So I didn't like it. And then I bought this online at a place called Tips to Go, Tips for You, Tips to Go, I think. And it is also really, really sticky. Like it gunks up my scissors, and I hate the fact that it gunks up my scissors. However, this is my point, that I have found, let me write these down. Craft Giraffe. Beautiful, beautiful. Simon says stamp. Yeah, May made it. Goodness, I'm Hey Nancy. craftonline.au. Fabulous. Info at I need a bigger piece of tape. I should have put this in a book. Crop a while. Hey, I like it. .ca. Craftstash.co.uk. And Seven Hills I've already contacted. Scrapbook Pal and Cat Scrappiness. So we are going to be doing a bit more of an announcement probably in the next week or so, but we've already had some retail orders being placed. So what this means is that you will start to see Heffy Doodle in the in stores, online stores, which is just amazing and nuts and crazy and fabulous. Anyway, back to my foam story. So this one it gunks up my scissors, and I was like, I hate it. Brr, waste of money. However, I have discovered that in my craft room where it gets quite hot, we are now on 24.5 degrees, which is, given the fact that it's absolutely lashing it down outside, that gives you some perspective. I have discovered that when I put foam down, it can just like pop off. It can pop off. And it, like my cards would kind of like disintegrate a little. Let me show you an example. I almost don't want to show you this example because it upsets me every time it happens. Let me put down a piece of card first of all so you can see. I get so upset because I love this card. So this is a card that I have here, Happy Holidays, and it was once a shaker, but look what happens. It just gets shook out because it loses the sticky, and then there's a gap, and then all my stuff falls out. But I have discovered, let me get rid of this shaker bits, that this stuff is so freaking sticky that it is not going anywhere. I promise you it's not going anywhere. So now I'm like, actually, I love it. I'm going to have to definitely clean my scissors a lot more, but I would rather clean my scissors more and have a card that sticks together. Wouldn't you? Ooh, here's more, here's more. Piece of paper. Scrapbooking made simple. I wish I could export this text. Oh, actually, I just realised it's going to be on my video now because Craig did that magic thing. And Scrapbook Pal, I think I've got that down somewhere. Yep. Oh, I'll just watch the video back. Oh, amazing. eBay and Amazon and Blitsy. Blitzy's, oh yeah, Blitsy might work. I don't know. I'm looking at Amazon fulfillment, maybe. Don't know. It's so exciting. Have you tried putting powder on your scissors before you cut the tape? I did try. I didn't try it with this one. I tried it with the one I got off eBay. But what happened then was it actually like made it not sticky because the powder went. Oh, this is just not going to happen. Yeah, it made it not sticky because the powder went straight onto the super sticky side here. When it gets on your fingers though, it sticks so bad. Like that, see? Just rub it off. Yeah, I'd much rather have sticky. But do not, like, with the 3M one, if I had a spare bit, I'd just stick it to my mat and then it would pop off, no bother. But I did it on this new mat and I couldn't get it off. I had to like dig it off. So yeah, I've changed my mind about this tape. Even though it's a bit of a bother, I would rather have it so that it does not peel off. And it was much cheaper. I think this roll was £10. And actually what I got, because there was lots of different thickness, I got the 3mm one, whereas the 3M I think is 2, and you kind of need 2 layers for it. But for this one 1 layer is kind of sufficient. So far I have found anyway. So yeah, turned out to be a big fan. Let's give this a smooshy smoosh. Snow, don't worry about print screen because I've realised that it'll come up on the screen because Craig put the comments on the screen now. So yoo-hoo! Yeah, alcohol wipes do. I was doing that actually at the start of the show. That's what the first 5 minutes or so. Yana showed undo liquid to cleanse it. Yeah, that'll work too. I hope so, since diabetic testing gives me... Yeah. Do it. That works fine. Okay. Happy summer. Lovely, lovely. Get my trusted Misty Moo. I also have a Stays On cleaner. That I use as well. The thing is about the alcohol wipes, because I've learned it the hard way, i.e. I was a total idiot, is that you're wiping like this, but it's a blade, so it'll cut the thin like fabric, and just be careful it doesn't cut your finger. But yeah, a little bit of Stays On remover, except earlier I got told off because I was doing it against the table and making it wibbly wobbly. It does take a little bit of elbow grease. It'll pop right off. Like I say, I'd much rather do that. Yeah, so one layer so far. So where's that other card that I had earlier? What did I do with you? This one. So this one here, one layer. And they are moving around so freely. I was so happy. Woohoo! Elizabeth, you need to put your Misty on your Christmas list for sure. Absolutely you do. Okay. Let me move this up. I think we're nearly done. How is that even possible? It's only 11 o'clock. I'm going to have to make another card afterwards. You have to put forward some suggestions for another card. Unless I can maybe put something in the inside, I suppose. Goo Gone, also good. There's also something called like sticky stuff remover or something. Or maybe it's just called sticky stuff. Or even rubbing alcohol, nail polish remover pads, anything with a bit of oomph. Also known as like alcohol. Okay, I'm going to add some powder in here. In the summertime, when the weather's high. We are doing good. Make one of those little cards you had on Instagram. Oh yeah, did you like that? So that was for my the person who replaced me at work. There was a problem with my phone. It was so dumb. My work phone, I had factory reset it, but apparently Google has some silly, well, it's not silly at all. They have a thing whereby whenever you do a factory reset, you have to put in the details of the Google account it was previously on the phone. And I hadn't realised that and hadn't been informed on that. So they had to send the phone back. So I was getting ready to send it back up to them once I had done all that. And I just wanted to make a little good luck on your new job kind of card. That's cool. My husband uses lighter fluid. Yeah, anything like that. Right, I'm going to use some coloured sand. And this coloured sand was bought in Glasgow in 2002, I'm fairly certain. So it's been in my stash just a little while. Oh, thank you, Kim. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Sweet dreams, my darling. Dream of Heffy Doodle and crafty products and foam. Oh, don't stick, please. And coloured sand. No, don't stick. This is the challenge. Okay, here we go. It doesn't leave an oily stain. What? The lighter fluid? Cool. That's good to know. I don't have any lighter fluid in my house. I also wanted to add some glitter. and this is called Glamour Dust. And as far as I'm aware, it's fairly similar to the Nouveau glitter. I have a funny feeling that this is going to be far too full now. But hey ho. Let's smoosh this down here. I think I'm a little bit off center. Hey Elaine, thanks for joining. Oh, Glue Gun works well to clean scissors. That's good. I'll have to get some of that then. I've just been using my StazOn cleaner, although I can feel it's running out. Right. Oh no, we're good. It's definitely like half full. You can tell that it's a shaker. Maybe more so than the original one. I didn't know if you guys would figure that out from the photo on Instagram and on my blog, that it was a shaker. Shake, shake, shake. See? Nothing falling out. Nothing falling out. I love it. Yes, undo. Undo also works. There's loads of them. All good in the hood. Summertime. Come on, Bikini Crocky. Oh, you look lovely, my darling. Gonna get me some glue dots. Of some description. I think a couple of YouTube card makers did an undo video. Maybe Undo did a marketing thing and sent it out around and about. But yes, I think if I'm going to keep on using that foam, which I think I will, I'll probably... What are you doing? Oh, there's a wee spider on my thing. If I'm going to continue using that foam tape, which I think I will, because it's, apart from the fact it's uber sticky, it's like a blessing and a curse, you know. Apart from that, I mean, it's fabulous. I only need one layer. It was cheaper. It's all good. I think, what do I want to do? Chippy chop chop. I wrote a little note on Dawn Lewis. He said, oh, thank you. You guys are the bestest. My little Heffy Doodlers. I'm looking forward to going to the wedding next week. So I've been telling you guys that on a Wednesday night I do this HIIT training thing, which is horrible and nasty and just all things terrible. But last year, no, 2 years ago, oh, here's my little leftover. Oh, you're so sorrowful. 2 years ago I went to a wedding and I bought a beautiful dress. Last year I went to a wedding, I could not fit into said beautiful dress. And I don't know, a couple of months ago maybe, could not fit into this dress. And it was always weighing on the back of my mind of, at some stage I need to figure out what I'm going to wear to Ali's wedding. And then I tried on the dress and it fit me. It fit me. Yay! I mean, I don't really like exercising. It's not my jam. It's not my thing. But it's good for me. It's good to keep active. So, oops, hello. So I'll do it. And I'm really pleased because now I don't have to go shopping for another dress and spend more money and spend time shopping when I could be crafting. Yay. Oh yeah. So sparkly. It's lovely. Can you see? You see, it's kind of hard to make it not shine and glare. To the sequin. It's not even a drawer, it's a sequin storage device, wooden unit thing. And I used some Studio Katia Crystal Rainbow Fusion. Oh, this is, in the video, this looks so dull. Let me see if I can you see? It's actually so pretty. It's super pretty. Let's give this a little sparkle. Oh, my tummy just grumbled. Just put some of these down here. Oh, they're so sparkly. It's almost like a gem. Some of these. Hi, Martina. Thank you for joining us. We're nearly done, I was just saying. But it's super early for me. Normally I go right the way up to 12, so I don't really know what's going on. I have to make something else, I reckon. Especially whenever I'm not going to be here next week. Because I'm at a wedding. So I've smudged this here, can you see? But all of a sudden, there is no smudge. And I wanted a bluey one to match the sea. Oh, it does not want to come. There we go, that'll do. Pop these in. Do any of you guys have any questions about Heffy Doodle or ideas? Maybe you've seen one of the stamp sets and you have an idea of what to make. You can let me know. Mary says, do you put anything in the inside of your cards? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. When I'm normally making cards, I don't normally do that. I think I've mentioned this a few times before. It's because I'm one of those people that writes essays inside cards. I'm not a happy birthday kind of person. I'm like, oh, it's another year and this is what we have done and it's so fun. And yeah, so I write essays normally inside cards, and because of that I normally leave cards blank, even though I am aware that not everybody will be like me. I hope that little spider got out. Oh yes, the bunny solution. Ink smudge gets a sequin. Yep, absolutely. Make it work. Woohoo! So we've got the before kids, although she's still quite modest, I think, as you know, crocodiles go. We didn't give her a belly button yet because although technically not accurate, had to be done. Yeah, it's so fun. Let me give her some white gel pen, little dots on her cheek as well. My white gel pen always gunks up. I like her. Oh, I'd love to see one of those little cards you made with the bear. Maybe different animals. I love Laura's Care Bear card. I think it was one of my favorites. I shouldn't say that, but it was. I just loved it. It actually reminded me, I did a Care Bear card a little while ago. I don't know if I can find it now. I think it's behind my desk. I did a Care Bear shaker card a while ago. You should go and check it out on my feed, my YouTube video somewhere along the line. And it reminded me of that. It's funny. So make one of the little cards with the bear, but do a different animal. And okay, that's cool. And I love Laura's camera card. Yep. Definitely get a Misty. Yes. Let me tidy away some of this stuff first of all, so I don't knock it off my desk. Your husband is so nice to let you craft every Friday and help you with techies. He is nice. He's awesome. He's a keeper. Uniball Signo Broad. Pigment ink. There is no number on it. Yeah, there's no number on it, I'm afraid. Does that help? Uniball Signo Broad. There you go. Okay, so for the little cards that I made earlier, what I did was I actually, for the Kickstarter, I stamped a whole load of images and just colored them in with one layer of copics. And you may have seen some of the pictures, for example, of them just all laid out. And I had this idea of having like a trifold card, you know, the ones that kind of fold, you know, kind of like this, and then it folds out like that, of like a forest scene with all these animals. And maybe like one of the animals is like holding a camera and taking a picture. And then the other ones are all having a picnic in the woods. I mean, that was one of the thoughts that I had. And it hasn't happened yet. I've not done it yet. But I stamped all of these little images. So I picked today for that card because I needed to get the phone in the post. I just grabbed one of them and die cut some things. So let me grab some stuff. What I used. That I used, should I say. And I used my zigzags and stitched rectangle. And you know what was great about this was that I got to use up a whole load of like scraps that I probably would not have otherwise gotten to use up much of. So let's grab some of these. Bada boom. And they're just so sweet. And then let's pick which one I'm going to do. Somebody said, love the birthday cake. This one. You do a birthday cake element on it. Probably need a tall one. I suppose I could go this way for a card. Maybe like that. And maybe a teal color for the card, or craft. Teal or craft or mint. Oh, that's too green. I got my white gel pen from the Kiki. Oh, I love Kiki. I love it so much. I love it too much. Some might say too much. For example, Craig. Craig might say too much. This is actually more teal than you can see. I like the one that I have, the Signo, but it is a broad, so it is much, like sometimes if you want to get like a little tiny bit, then that is difficult. However, at Christmas time in a shop, just like a grocery store, I think it was Tesco or something like that. They had some, like in the sale, they had a bag of tags, which are, well, it was black, but it was printed to be like black what do you call it? Chalkboard. And with it, they had a gel pen, and they were selling it off for £1. So I bought it for the gel pen, and it works great. Yeah, works great. Happy days. I reckon that could probably work. Now, there was a, where's my ruler? I had to measure this earlier to figure it out. So I figured out 9 centimeters, so it needs to be 18 centimeters long. Off camera, sorry. By 6. So 18 by 6 is what I'm looking for. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? 18 by 6. 18 by 6. Good night, Teresa. Oh, have fun with Hubby Bubby. It's going to be quite exciting for me having a date with Craig. Well, it's not going to be much of a date, is it? We're going to be in a room with Piper. But still, I'm really looking forward to the wedding. Love a good dance. Good shindig. Oh, this was the bit that I struggled with earlier because I realized that it's actually, like, I have to kind of move it along a little bit. So I want it to be just over 3.5 inches because I'm working in centimeters. Oops, and I obviously used the wrong one. What a silly ninny. I think I might just measure that again. You can make bookmarks like that too. Yes, that would be awesome. I'm going to measure that again. Actually, I've got some of that magnetic tape, which would work. That would work really well, wouldn't it? I probably need to start thinking about packing my bags next week sometime as well. So much to do. There we go, that's better. Oh yeah, Ali, you just keep asking questions. I have no problem with that, because if you've got a question, more than likely other people do as well. So the place I got the tapes was called, now I'm guessing right now, Tapes to Go. 1 second, I'm going to open up. Actually, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to do it on my phone. Tapes to Go. Tapes to Go? Let me do it on my phone. Tapes to Go. Yes, Tape to Go. To the number 2. Tape to Go. And I'm really, really pleased with it. But if you're going to buy it, be aware of the fact that it's going to gunk up your scissors. It's just gonna do it. Ah, I put that on the wrong side, didn't I? Someone suggested on Facebook, Instagram, I mean, earlier, that like they want to make cards, like tiny cards like this, and hand them out like a random act of kindness thing. And I thought that'd be really fun. I'm thinking Christmas presents for my son's classmate. Yeah. Oh, tough. Snow, these guys were stamped on DCP. This, anytime I use paper for a background that is just plain white card, I use cheapo stuff. I wouldn't even use the DCP or whatever. Oh, I can tell that this one was stamped using a different black ink pad than that. Can you see that one's like off black? I'm so used to saying off white, off black. Oh no, I wanted to stick them with foam. I'm such a silly sausage. There we go. Elizabeth, I also pack the night before. My mum was speaking to my mum yesterday. She's like, "Oh, have you started packing?" No, but she knows me. That's never gonna happen. I always pack the night before as well. Otherwise, it wasn't so bad whenever we had like a spare room, because you could almost bring your suitcase in there, open it up, and kind of throw stuff in there. And it's like a storage solution type of thing. And yeah, but when I don't have a spare room, then all you're doing is taking out a room unnecessarily. Oh, he's so cute. Boo, 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 boo. Doesn't really need much more than that. Maybe like a little love heart or something. I don't think I've got any love hearts in here today. Okay, maybe do a nut or something. Let's do another one. They're fun. Okay, what animal shall I do next? And we'll do as you say, we'll turn it into a bookmark. Oh, I've made a mess behind me. Tidy up a bit. Have you seen the bookmark dies for the new Lawn Fawn release? I realised when I saw it today that I haven't actually looked at the fall release for Lawn Fawn yet. And it's probably a good idea because I just want them all. I want everything. Hello. This reminds me of the queue that we sat in today for Piper's school. Just so much. So loads of people think that this is coffee. It's meant to be boba tea, but I suppose it could be coffee or a milkshake or whatever you want it to be. But that was what it was designed to be anyway. Oh, maybe a lolly? Nah, it kind of covers his face, and you wouldn't hold a lolly like that, would you? Back to the ice cream. Oh, you like the bear with the balloon? The one that I had earlier. It was my other bear. Suppose I could stamp him again. Or I could just add the balloon behind him. He is so sweet. I think we need a light pink for this one because his little nose is cute. Maybe we should do patterned paper. Would that be sweet? If I can find one that would work. Going through my scrapbook pattern papers here. The problem is with my pattern paper is that I could be here all day trying to find one that's just right. And still not find it. I'll be like, I know exactly which one I want, I just cannot find it. The polka dots are always the Eco paper dots and stripes are always a good go-to. We shall try that, shall we? And then, once I've done my, finish off the bookmark, we'll call it a night. Because I think Piper and I are going to go to the cinema tomorrow. We have to go and buy her some shoes for her wedding outfit. And I completely forgot about it. She had some shoes from a previous event, but of course, unanticipated by me. Of course, you know, her feet has grown since then. I'm doing that. Being an idiot. Wrong side. Sorry for the wiggles. No. Beautiful. Oh, you're so cute, little bear. So the one that I did earlier, you didn't see because I didn't do the whole video. The bear with his hands up like this. Woo! I did a little banner in the front that said "New Job," which would work perfectly for Graham and his new job. And for this one, because we're making it a bookmark, I'm going to actually use cardstock. It's a little heavier. And what was it? 18 by 6, didn't I say? I might go, oh, I can't really go longer. Whoop, 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 whoop. 18 by 6. Here we go. What are you going to see? I think we're going to go see whichever one is the cheapest. Every week there's they do, I think they call it either mini morning or kids AM, depending on which cinema you go to. And they pick a movie that's been out for a while, but you only pay, I think it's like £2 or something per person. So the one that's happening tomorrow is a Smurfs movie, which she always enjoys, those Smurf ones. Plus it's got Neil Patrick Harris, which he is hilarious. I don't think he's at his best in Smurf movies. I think I'd rather watch him at the Tonys or something. But yeah. Got stickiness all over here now. But I do enjoy that. Do you know what would be really fun in his hands? Is a book. Like an open book. I don't think I have an open book though. But wouldn't that be fun to have a book in his hands? Let me see what I've got. What have I got? What have I got? I've got the books from the Mama Elephant page huggers. But I'm not sure how that would work. Like maybe we could do. Let's see what we can do. May or may not work. experimenting live on air. Where is that other bit? I should probably use my DCP paper, but it's late. I'm lazy. Boom. Hey, Tammy girl. Good to see ya. We're actually wrapping up. We've made my main card. Oh, that would also be cute. The little envelope. Wouldn't that be sweet as well? Oh, too many inspiring things going on. Yeah, I'm not sure whether that's going to work. Cut it out to see. Ta-da! This is the one that I made earlier in the week with the shaker in the summer, and this is the one I made tonight, which is a slightly more adventurous croc because she decided to wear her bikini instead of her one piece, and also she's a bit more tan. So the thought is this is before kids and then this is after kids. But also on Instagram today I shared a little mini video about a few seconds long that was making a tiny card. So we're making a few other little tiny cards just for the fun of it before we wrap up. And we're going to make this one into a bookmark, but I was trying to figure out a way to put a book into his hands without it being weird looking. I don't know. I don't think it looks like a book whenever you do that. Maybe I should have just left it and then piled the books down here at the bottom. I'm hidden the end of my string with my books. Does he still want an ice cream? Come on. I'm all fingers and thumbs. Yes, let's do that. I need to stamp it again now because I mutilated this one. Cut them in half, the books. Oh, is that the ones I did? I like the way you say book. I say book. Book. Me and my crazy Irish kind of accent. Gonna go for the DCP. There we go. This is the one I keep safe. Like I keep every single morsel of this one. It's the same with my Nina and the watercolour. Like you never know when you're going to want a little tiny bit for a little love heart or a little star or something. You never know. I don't need to be quite so frugal now that I bought the big ream. I suppose. There we go. You might need those books for something else. Yeah, that's true. You could do one or two. Although I had just used the cheap paper, so I'll probably sacrifice those books, and then if I'm going to use it again, I'll use them on the fancy paper. I can tell I'm getting tired because I start talking in weird accents. I would really like to go. I love that belly button on that croc. I know. That was fun. Why not, huh? accents are fun. Somebody was saying that they went to go see Despicable Me. I would like to go see that. Actually, Despicable Me 2, I think it was 2, was the very first movie that Piper went to see in the cinema. And even now, she loves watching Despicable Me. So that is lots of fun. Pop you there and you there. So I've got a reference, because obviously we're going to go for some pastel-y tones, I reckon. And I'm going to do flat color. No shading today. Because sometimes you can get so stuck and overwhelmed by shading. And then you realize, actually, that's too, I think this is too yellow. And that's fine. Actually, a lot of the time, you don't even need to shade. Like, a lot of really beautiful illustrations are flat colors. So you don't have to worry about it. Just like that. Can you even see? Probably shouldn't be eating ice cream near all these books. I'm going to stick these ones flat because if it's going to be inside a book, I'm really conscious if I say book now. How funny is that? Okay. I need more glue dots. Actually, maybe I should just use some good old glossy accents or multi-matte medium or something to make sure that there's a good bond all the way around. Oh. Okay, you're the winner. Stick a little ice cream in here into his little paws. He is enjoying that ice cream. And I'll stick him down here like this. My balloon. And my big pile of books. And in fact, there's even enough room at the top that you could write a name or something, couldn't you? I don't know what that might be right now, but anyway. Mary says, when are you on again, please? I'm not on next weekend. The following weekend, I don't know where we're going to be. I have a suspicion I may not be at home. I think that we might be able to make something work else where I am going to be. So it probably is not going to be the same lighting and the same that kind of stuff. But I hope to be on. I guess the best thing to do is to keep an eye on my YouTube channel. I will make an event once I have an idea of where I'm going to be. And yeah, you can always follow me on the event. You can go on then and see where I'm going to be. I'm sorry I don't actually have the answer to your question at the moment. I still have to figure that out. If you've been watching me for a few while, you may not, but if you've been watching me for a while, you're like, I'm not big on organisation all the time. So I'm trying my best, and I'm trying to get better. Okay. I did have a tape that was thinner, not as thick, but I used it all. I used to use this for my dies before I discovered the fact that you could get sheets of it. Actually, that's a good point. I probably have a sheet of dye, which actually may... I think this is not going to bend. I mean, this is not going to unbend properly. Let's just do that. Fairly certain I'm going to have some remnants of magnetic sheet in here somewhere. And sometimes you get dies and they have a little magnetic bit. Like it comes on a little tiny magnetic bit as well. I'll just use my craft knife. Yeah, I think this one's going to work a bit better. Scheduling the stream seems to work well if you subscribe to, yeah. I think it does work well if you're subscribed, then it kind of pops up and tells you about the event. So that's what everybody should do. Subscribe to my channel. There goes those accents again. Please don't change the way that you talk. I have Irish in my blood. Woohoo! Which part of Ireland? Right, this is the trick for whenever you're using this magnetic tape. Smoosh it together so that you know which two sides stick to one another. Because especially this magnetic tape stuff, it doesn't always stick. Like both sides don't always stick together. You have to stick side A to side B or whatever. Yes, which part of Ireland? I would like to know. I'm from the north, but I love the south. Okay. So I've got two pieces here so that they line up one on top of the other. Oops, I'm a little short on my sticky there. I need to grow my nails again. Come on. There we go. So line it up. And close. Ta-da! I feel like I want to add a greeting. Maybe it should be life's unbearable without books. Or ice cream. Because he's randomly eating his ice cream. My live chat is normally on Fridays. That's a good point actually. I could possibly do I could maybe do a come craft with me next week. Maybe on like a Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm probably, I don't even know what day I'm flying out. If I'm flying out on Thursday, I can't do Wednesday night because that will be my packing day. Tuesday might work. I might be able to do a come craft with me on Tuesday, but I don't know whether you guys will be free then because it's a little bit different during the week. And you're all dotted all over the place, so I know that time zones can be a bit difficult. So I might be able to do that. And it will completely depend on workload, life in general, what all needs to be done before we head off. I probably won't have a chance to prep it and give you a teaser for that if it's going to come around that quick, but you never know. Is that something that you guys would be interested in? On Tuesday, a little ad hoc come craft with me. That would be fun. I just wanted to check something. That fits. I wanted to check if this would fit on my bear. Oh, and the elephant. Oh, that's happening. That's happening one day. What have we got for stamps to go on the top? Because I feel like I want a stamp. I could just write books or something. Or hello. Well done. What have we got here? Hugs? Hugs? You make me happy. That's sweet, but it's too big. Hello, best wishes, keep in touch. Missing you. Don't know. I might have to just leave it be. Sending warm fuzzies. That's cute, but too big. It looks like I'm probably going to have to go for something like, hello. You make me smile. It could just be smile, but the bear's not smiling, so that's probably not going to work either. Just a note. You're the best. XOXO. Or thanks. We could do thanks, and then we could give it to someone. We could give it to like Piper's, one of Piper's teaching assistants. That might work. Let's do it. Make it so. Tuesday night or morning. Sorry to come and say that. Oh, hi, Donna. Oh, Donna, what did you see at the cinema? We were talking about the cinema. So, Elizabeth, that will probably be Wednesday morning for you in Brisbane. Because I start here at 9 p.m. but that on a Friday night, but that is Saturday morning for you, right? I'm just going to have a look and see what colours of embossing powders I have, because part of me would really like a pink, but I don't think I've got one. I've got a silver, I've got a gold, I've got a blue. I really need to find a better system for storing my embossing powders. They're just chucked in a box. And then they're very noisy as I go through them. Silver, I've got dark purple. Oh, I've got a light blue. That'll do. That's a sweet colour, actually. I'm working, but I can catch on the replay. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't bother me if people don't like turn up, because I know that everybody is busy, and I still get to craft, so I don't mind. Love to see that Lydia was in the blog hop. Oh, I love her. So Lydia was on the honeybee design team when I started, and then I was kept on for another term, and she dropped off, I think probably because she was doing a lot of Alta new stuff, and I love her. I've spoken to her lots and lots and lots, but I met her for the first time a few weeks ago. Do you remember when I said that I went to a craft fair or a craft show thing? And I went and we were chatting, and it was so awesome, and her husband was there, and my husband was there, and we were just chatting for ages. And then I said to Craig, oh, I'm so glad that I finally got to meet Lydia. And he was like, wait, you guys have never met each other before? I thought you'd like met each other loads of times. But that's just what it was like, because she's just so lovely. She's the best. Guys, I'm going to grab the heat tool, but I will be muting once I figure out what I've done with it. Okay, muting. All done. Although where I put the adhesive in the wrong place earlier, there's a big dirty mark, so I'm trying to find my eraser. You know, the like sandpapery one? So I've got everything all over my craft room. I have no idea what I've done with everything. Where are you? Okay, maybe use my Xyron Doodle, but it's a bit gunky. Try that too. Saw Baby Driver, so much better than I expected. Violent but funny. I don't know what that is. So this is a Xyron, I don't know what it's called, sticky something, or adhesive eraser maybe. And it's whenever you get those little clumps, there we go, of adhesive, like that ends up being like a black smudge or brown smudge, it picks it up, but it's super sticky. You just snip a bit off the edge. I've had that for years too. That's why I've got so much stuff in here. I don't throw anything out. I've had them all for years. So this came from Hero Art's Everyday Sayings. This is another oldie but goodie. I've used this a few times in the last week actually. And I keep coming back to it, so I definitely recommend that one. And you cannot, I was going to say I was going to put some, not glossy accents, glaze on his eyes, but I'm always a bit worried about in a book. I don't want it to rub off or anything. Let's see if I can find a book. Yay! So I think the magnet will work better if it's just one page, I reckon. Sweet, huh? Awesome. I think I need to make like a little collection of these. Maybe in all like pastel tones, wouldn't that be fun? Okay. Time to start packing up, but a couple of things for people who've just joined us. Reminders of, well, questions I asked earlier that I don't think you guys were here for. Questions such as, do you like it whenever I put a picture of a project, like this one here I made earlier in the week, and I put a picture of it up on my YouTube and also on my Instagram. Do you like it when you get a sneak peek or a teaser, as Bunny called it? Do you like that? That was my first question. Or does it not matter? I mean, what I mean is, if it wasn't there, would that bug you? I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to figure out how much of a priority I need to make that item. And the other question was, and a plea for help, should I say. I am now reaching out to retailers asking if they want to stock Heffy Doodle products. And when I try to search online, it suggests a whole lot of UK ones, which is great, and I've contacted some of them. I'm sure I haven't contacted all of them, but if you have any online stores or local craft stores that you know stock similar products, there's no point saying, oh, go to this scrapbook shop and they only do scrapbooks and they don't do any stamping, because it's just probably going to be rejected from the get-go. But companies, shops, stores that sell similar products, stamps from maybe, I don't know, Lawn Fawn, Mama Elephant, My Favorite Things, maybe even like Waffle Flower or something like that, that sell those kind of stamps, please let me know, because I want to reach out to them. I have already spoken to some retailers. I have already received some orders, which is very exciting for me. And I would like to add as many other ones as possible onto the order, because what I don't want to do is place my order from the manufacturer and then like a week later get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of retail orders and have to place another. It's not the end of the world, I suppose, but yes, that's what I would like to do. So thank you so much for anyone who, please shout out names of stores, or if you know people who carry ranges that, you know, Heffy Doodle would be a good fit for, message them, tell them about us, message me, come to heffydoodle.com and do the contact me. Lots of options. Let me write down that. Impressive ideas. In Georgia. And EMI. Scrapbooking in Georgia too. Cool. Sneak peeks are not necessary, but sometimes it's fun to be surprised. Okay, cool. So I think it's a mix. Some people seem to like them. I mean, I quite enjoy making it in advance. But then sometimes it sits there for 2 days before I get a chance to actually take photos of it, etc. But it shouldn't be as challenging now that I was going to say working from home. Well, I was always working from home, but I'm actually working for Heffy Doodle. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right, I'm just tidying up, guys. Getting ready for my bed. Getting ready for my Smurfs action in the morning. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having a happy summer, if indeed it is summer where you are at. Piper's got 2 more days of school. And I think actually it's getting more and more challenging to get up in the mornings and get going. I think she's just really getting tired now. She's ready for the break. as are we. But it's all good. Perfect. Thank you so much. And Elizabeth, I hope you got my email this morning. And you'll send me an email with some stamp storage. That's awesome. I think I've already got one order from someone in Australia as well, which is just so freaking awesome. Whoop whoop. So cool. I never thought that, like, when I started out, it would be cool if I like did my own little range, just like possibly like a one-off type of thing. And Craig's like, no, just do it. He's like, go big or go home. He's so funny. Right, bedtime, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will be sure to read through all of the bits and pieces. Did you get my email? No, Shona, I don't think I did get your email. I tend to reply to people. It might take me a few days, but I don't think I did. Send me, if you go either to heffydoodle.com or hungryheavycrafts.com and do the contact me thing, that shall come through to me. But I don't remember that, so please message me again. I like one of the tags on YouTube that its followers choose the products to use. Say that again, please. Say that again. I like one of the tags on YouTube that the followers choose the products to use. I don't understand that. It's late. Please, can you explain what that means, honey? Thank you very much. Dies to die for. Is that in Surrey? Is it? Dies to die for. I think I contacted them, but I'll check. Gerda Steiner. Yeah. Oh, cool. Have you done a press release? No. I've got so much that I have to do. Oh dear. You could try that. Tag with us. I don't know what that means. Can you explain it to me? I want to know what that means. You could try that tag with us. That would be fun. Shona, I'll check your emails. Okay, just send it to info@hungryheffycrafts.com or hook me up on Facebook or something like that, and we'll make sure that the message comes through. It may have come through, especially last week, whenever there was a blog hop, like hundreds of comments were coming through. So it is possible that it may have got lost amongst all the ones that were filtered out for that. But yes, please, I want to hear from you. Thank you. I will have fun at the wedding. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Although the people that are going are big, like, there are friends that we do a lot of board gaming with. So I'm fairly certain that I'm going to be like, right, let's pack Craig's kilt, which is essentially a bag in itself because it's so heavy, and you know, my dress and the shoes and Piper's things, and Craig will be like, oh, let's just stick this board game in here. We're not going to have room for that. Dear me. It'll be fun though. Elizabeth, maybe we can send each other an email or something so I can figure out what exactly you mean, because if it's something that you think would be useful, then I definitely want to do it with a particular tag. Goodbye, Suze. Give your little putty cat a big cuddle now that he's looking all prim and proper, and enjoy your food. And thank you so much for joining me. Hi, Ezra. Hi, Angharad. Thank you. I shall. Bye bye, Mary. And keep an eye on my YouTube, and I will put some events out there. I'm going to go and get a drink. My throat is closing up. Too much talking. Good night, my friends. Love you all. I shall see you hopefully soon. Have a great week.